Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I actually have the day off. I'm doing a little bit of spring cleaning. If you're new to the channel, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a home-based detailing business I detail cars out of, as well as the YouTube channel, Car Supplies Warehouse, affiliate manager, but I have 2 kids. I have a husband, he has his own HVAC business, and we're a very active family. And my garage space, not only is it my workspace, but it's kind of the hub for all of our outdoor activities. We love to do gardening. My kids love to play with the neighbors and water toys and all of the normal family things that you do in a garage. But I also try to make this space professional looking, practical, organized. We've done a lot in this garage since we moved in a few years ago. We got the floors industrial epoxy resin applied. We painted all the walls. We have new age cabinets installed, powder coated, made in the USA, stainless steel, extremely durable. They look fantastic. They really just kind of help put a lot of the crap away, but right now I'm kind of purging. But I actually have a friend coming by in a little bit that's gonna help me maybe get a little bit more organized. And he has some fantastic products, again, made in the USA, stainless steel, that will hopefully be able to give me a little bit more organization, a little bit more of a professional look to the garage. We're actually gonna be together at the Creator Summit in Chicago in a couple of weeks, but we were slated to do a video together on how to organize a home detailing garage. And I was like, well, you're near me. Like, why don't we actually organize my home garage with your products versus me just kind of showing them? So we're gonna go ahead and show some of the products that he offers and then see if we can make this space a little bit more professional and organized. So let's get clean.
So I didn't grow up having a garage, and when I first started detailing, I was working out of a carport. So having a dedicated garage space to work out of has definitely been a blessing, but I'm still trying to figure out how to organize and place things for optimized workflow. I also have ADHD, and I am prone to just kind of spinning out of control if my workplace is in chaos, and so organization is paramount for me to stay focused while working. Just as I finished decluttering, this awesome super pulled up, and it's Matt from Beadz. He's here to show me his products and to show me what we can do to make this space better.
You can just see, I get companies sending me products all the time.
I imagine.
That I'm like, where do I put it all?
So after discussing some of my needs with Matt, he had a few product recommendations that he had brought with him, and we'll actually talk about these products in length later on in this video. But he recommended the 5-bottle holder. It can hold IK bottles as well for a lot of the chemicals that I have. The single polishing rack. I wanted something for my Rupes polisher that would just make it kind of pop on the wall. Even a ceramic coating organizer. Safely place your bottles that are glass as well as your applicator and your towels, and that way it's nice and clean in a dedicated space for that. Even a holder for your pressure washer spray gun, so that way you can safely put it down without throwing it to the ground. Even a holder for all of your tips, as I'm always losing those on the ground, as well as a glove organizer and even some shelves that I'm excited to be able to utilize in the future. Matt and I spent over an hour together discussing his products and his company, and I'm really excited to get to know him better at the Creator Summit. So for those of you that want a closer look at his products, stay tuned for the end of this video. But for now, we're going to get some of these products put in place and see how they can make my space more functional and more professional looking. This is the smaller shelf unit that Beadz offers. They also have a larger one, but this is perfect for mounting your pressure washer. Either you have a Ryobi 1900 like me, or a fancy AR Blue or Karcher unit. It does a great job of safely and nicely displaying your pressure washer. He even has mounts for your foam cannon as well as your sprayer. And then from there, we were able to put up our dedicated Rupes polishing rack. And we also put up the bottle holder, so that way my bottles are neatly displayed and organized.
You guys might remember this guy. He actually was at my house not too long ago, but this is Matt from Beadz, and you saw how he was able to kind of help transform my garage space, just make it a little bit more professional, more organized, and give me more durable products. But we're gonna go ahead and share with you guys the cool products that Beadz offers that can help make your space look fantastic.
So I'm a detailer as well. I've been doing it for almost a decade now, and these products all just came about as things that I thought I could use to better organize my shop, to portray that higher image, and to help with my efficiency, because as we all know, time is money, especially if you're running a more of a volume shop, but it can help anywhere. So I looked first if there was anything like this that was appropriate on the market, and for a lot of the products they weren't on the market at the time of our creation, or they may have been of mild steel or powder coating, which in my experience doesn't hold up in a high volume shop where things are getting dirty and getting moved around and banged on. So I wanted something that was built to last, so we used true 304 stainless steel, American steel. It's actually Pennsylvania steel. It's manufactured in Pennsylvania in the United States. So everything's done locally to me. I use another local small business for the work. And you know, we're a small business, but we're growing, and my manufacturer is able to grow with me. So
That's
we're
awesome.
really trying to grow the image and the efficiency along with the organization.
What is it that you offer, and what scenarios would you think that these products will be best suited at?
Sure. So we have a wide range. We're up over 20 products now, and we're still growing. So some things will be for you and some won't. And that's great, right? You find out what works for you, as with any products, and you use that because it works for you. So the things we use most in my shop, and the first of the original products was the polisher rack. And this is actually our original polisher rack. If you go on our website, you'll see now that we've gone away from the cord hide to hooks. Less strenuous on this connector here. And as we know, these machines get used hard enough. We don't need to abuse the electrical connections. They're expensive to fix.
Yes.
So we got away from the cord hide and went to the hooks.
Okay.
Another thing, obviously, if you're doing any paint correction, polisher pad holders. So we have two different versions. This is our V2 version. It actually has a 3-inch pad, the 5-inch pad on it. It'll fit any 5-inch pad on the market, including the wider nosed Rupes pads. But any of the standard 3 and 5-inch pads will fit in these. And what we like to recommend is for that top pad to be turned upside down in case there is any moisture or any dust that's coming in the air, polishing dust, whatever it may be, so that you can just blow off that backing pad before you use it, but it's keeping all the other ones clean.
That's a good tip.
We leave a little finger hole so it's easier to grab. There's a tray underneath, so you can put them in after you've washed them and they're still wet, and they will have enough air circulation to dry.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because mine always get they're still a little damp, and then you turn them on and you get like a face splash of
Correct.
water. So.
And I used to have a shoe rack that was wired, and I'd have a fan next to it, and I thought, this is taking up outlets, it's taking up space, it doesn't look professional.
Yeah.
Well, what can I do? So that's where we came up with these. Not that we were the first to have pad holders, but we were the first with the octagonal style, and the amount of airflow that goes through them is higher than our competitors, which helps dry the pad. Another one that we use all the time is the bucket mount. So what we did here is, as you see, it's a little large on these, but this steel is so strong, it's true 304 stainless steel, that you can bend this if you're really strong by hand, but we actually have to use a pair of vice grips usually to tighten it for these. What it was made for was the buckets that have the large lips, so it will fit over those lipped with the lid buckets.
Okay.
And then you can bend it down for the non-lidded buckets. So pressure washer gun, even with the hose attached, it will sit right on there for you.
Nice.
And then we also have a shorty gun mount for the wall. So when we're done for the day, we always disconnect our pressure washer from our gun. We hold it, drip all, let all the water drain that we can, and then we hang it up on the mount. And that can go right on the wall. It's nice and small. It doesn't take up space, but it's professional. So as you can see, Gion helped us out with some bottles here to show off the 5-bottle rack. This bottle rack was actually the version 2, and again, it was because of feedback from clients saying, hey, I couldn't fit the new TR1 and TR2 IK bottles in, so I made it so that you could.
And I'll tell you what, I have that on my wall, and it looks so nice.
It does, and it keeps it nice and organized. You can see what bottles you have available, where their liquids are at, see if you need to refill or order new. That's something that's important to us. It saves time. It adds efficiency, and time is money. So on that same note, we have our foam can and gun holder here for the wall. So when you're done for the day, put it right in, and not only does it have this viewing window so you know where your levels are when you come in for the morning, so hey, I want to top that off before we start our day instead of in the middle of the job. It also has, again, a large drain hole in the bottom, because when we're done with these guns, we put them away. They have soap residue still dripping down, water for sure, and what that does is it allows it all to drip out, and so it's not gumming up or sticking up the foam can in itself, and there's no residue that's getting stuck on the bottom, so it's always clean. These are actually some old racks. These were one of the originals. We don't create them anymore, but if there is a desire for them, we can easily bring them back because we have the designs for them. They are originally made to be pad holders that would sit like this.
Okay.
And then they also have, if you can't see it, but there's a large horizontal drain at the bottom, again for airflow.
So if they were interested in a design like that,
They can absolutely reach out on the website. It's very easy, one click away, and say, hey, I saw your video with those old pad holders. I'm actually interested in those. And I've seen some people use them for polisher bottles as well. Absolutely works, because you can see exactly what bottle you're going to grab.
You can also use something like this.
Yes, and this is kind of what my mind was to replace those. We're going to use a dedicated pad holder and a dedicated bottle holder.
Okay.
And we also have an 8-bottle holder, which isn't here. This was actually made not only to fit these, but for mobile, from feedback from mobile owners who said, hey, I can't fit your original 5-bottle holder in my van, but I would love to own it. So we had them take dimensions. I went back to my manufacturer, and we decreased the width so that you can put it on the back doors and it'll still close. Our turnaround times when products are out of stock are about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Again, it's 2 small companies working together, and we want to make sure everything's done right before we go to ship it out. And don't be surprised if you get a little freebie in your shipment, especially if you order more than one item. I like to do that because you're supporting me.
Yeah.
I want to support you. So all products will get shipped with this protective vinyl. And that is because, again, from feedback, my first couple orders went out, and I had a couple guys say, hey, one of my products got scratched. And that's when I reached out to the manufacturer, and I said, don't you guys have a protective film on your sheets of steel before you start making my products? Is there any way to keep that on through the process so they can ship them? And he said, absolutely. So you'll be able to peel this off, and then you'll have a mint stainless steel product.
It's perfectly and not scratched, but now mine already has like coating drips on it, but that's fine.
Yep, and those coating drips, just like any of the stainless steel, it's gonna get wet, right? It's in a shop, it's gonna get wet, it's gonna get polishing dust, it might get dirt, who knows what might happen in a detailing shop depending on the vehicle for the day. They are very easy to keep clean. Wipe them down. We've had clients PPF them, vinyl them to their colors, we ceramic coat ours, and they're very easy. And even if you get behind, you just have the busiest month ever, and you're by yourself, and at the end of the day, you need to relax, go home, shut off. At the end of that month, you walk in one day and you go, these racks need some attention. We have right on our website a recommendation for the cheapest polish cleaner out there, the easiest to use, and it works perfectly to take off any stubborn, even the leftover coating residue. It costs $5. It's at every Home Depot and Lowe's as
I'll have to check that out because I want to make sure mine stay looking beautiful.
Yep, and you'll see even in our videos from the detailing side of our business that, we have spot air, and that's coating too, and as often as we can, we try to clean that up as well, and it comes right off, which is nice. We got sick of the magnetic Harbor Freight glove box holders, or the plastic ones that the tabs would break. So we decided to make a glove box holder. This will fit. We haven't come across a brand of glove boxes that won't fit in here, whether it's a 50 box, 150 box, whatever it may be. And we have such strong clips on the side that if it's a smaller box, it'll still hold it firm, and yet they're still pliable enough that you can max out that space, and they will bend out just enough. And then when that box comes out, if you go to a smaller box next time, they have memory enough that it will go back and clamp that tighter. And again, all the hinges are strong enough and thick enough steel that you can manipulate them however you wish.
Cool. I know I'm always losing my glove boxes, so it's nice to have a dedicated space for it.
I was so tired of going to pull a pair of gloves and the whole box comes off the wall and 5 gloves fall out, and it's just like, great, fantastic.
Well, and you hate to say it, like gloves were never expensive, but now they are post-COVID. Now I'm like, every time I waste one, I'm like, no.
And often out of stock, or at least your favorite ones are always out of stock.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we feel the same
So
thing.
you've got a few more products up on the wall, and I know one is brand new.
Yes, so here's the brand new one. It's not at market yet, so again, we'll see when this video releases, but this is an Eagle blower mount. I don't know about you guys, but I had mine on a screw in my wall. And from what I can gather online,
my DeWalt blower's on a screw in the wall.
And from Chelsea's reaction, that's a typical thing, right? It works, right? It costs 12 cents and it works. However, again, just going along with, hey, that screw's not going to last forever. The weight on it is going to start stretching out the hole. You got to keep redoing it. What if it falls one day and breaks? Then you got to have to buy a new blower. All these products are designed to be the last purchase you make. That the whole motto of buy once, cry once. We're not the cheapest, but we pride ourselves in being the longest lasting, most durable. So this right here, we just mounted this up, holds it right on the wall. And it's a simple piece. It's got the backing plate to keep the stability. We actually only had one screw temporarily put in for this video, and it was still secure as can be. And that goes right on the back, and this V-clamp holder where we all put our screw. And again, we like feedback. So if you say, hey, I have a different type of blower with a different type of mount, send me pictures, send me dimensions, and we can bring those products to the market if we feel demand. And even if we don't see the demand, we can discuss that with you and say, would you like a one-off? And even further that, we can customize that one-off and put your logo on it with ours, or just your logo. So
cool.
I'm one click away. I'm always open to feedback, questions, suggestions. I by no means think I have this, you know, cornered, and I don't want to. I want to always learn and grow it.
So any of this can be customized with their logo?
Absolutely.
That's
It
very
takes
cool.
a little bit longer than that typical 2.5, 3 week lead time because it is customization. But yes, absolutely. All I would need would be a vector file of your logo. If it's a very intricate logo, that's going to take even more time because the laser cutting on that takes a little while to make sure it's right, because we don't want to send you the one-off and you not be happy with it.
That's awesome.
Some of our biggest sellers so far are pressure washer self.
Yes, I love mine.
It comes with the brackets as well. The self-tap screws go into the top. It couldn't be easier to install, and then you mount it on the wall.
It's very easy. I did it myself. I mean, I did get a level, but you don't necessarily. It's pretty easy.
Correct. And then we also have the 10x40 version of it as well. If you're limited by space, you don't want to have large cabinets, you can replace it. You could fit a lot of products on this. If it wasn't kind of constrained in here, I would have showed you how many products you can fit on it. But
Well, even for like a retail space, that would be perfect.
Absolutely.
It's professional. You can put tons of towels, products on there.
That's a great idea, and we're going to take that back to Pennsylvania, and that's going to be in our notes of things to address in the future. So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So
That's very true.
You got one more up there. I know. As far as the polisher rack.
We have a 3 and a 2 already on the website. The other brand new product that isn't actually on the website or for sale yet, but will be this coming week, is our single tool polisher rack.
Okay.
For the home guys, the guys that do it on the side, part-time, or just have one polisher. It saves space, and it's the same design, and it comes to about here. Still got the logo, and still has the single hook for the cord instead of the cord height.
I think that's the one that I got from
Yeah.
you, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
I put my Rupes on it, and it's just like,
Yep.
so.
Yeah, I mean, we spend a lot of money on these machines. Even the ones that aren't uber expensive are still expensive. So I wanted to make sure it never fell. It was safe, it was protected. The nanos will fit in this slot as well. The 3-inch and 5-inch fit perfectly in here from both Flex, Rupes, Max Shine, and we've tried a couple others. So they're all fairly similar. It's going to take stress off of the gear, because if you hang it and it's not a correct mounting size, it stresses the gear. The machine may lay back, and that's not good for long term.
Okay.
So it's to help efficiency, organization, but also buy it once and you never have to buy that product again, hopefully. And I'm still 50 hours a week in my detailing shop. So this all gets born out of how can I help myself? And I feel in turn that could obviously help some others. Maybe not everyone, but others.
Well, thank you so much, Matt, for introducing not only yourself, but these products to all of our viewers. If any of you guys are interested in checking out any of these products for yourself, you can head on over to Car Supplies Warehouse, purchase them for yourself. I'm going to put the links to every single one of these products as well as the new ones once they are available.
Absolutely.
But if you guys have any questions for Matt about these products, about anything in the video, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you, Matt,
Thank you for your time.
Thanks for coming to my house and helping me figure that out. That was
no problem.
I cannot wait
It's
to
a
continue
passion.
to use them.
Just like the detailing is, this is a passion as well.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next detail. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.